January 30th is the launch date for customers to get the Après-ski collection from Seint, including all of the mascara formulas, and this is the mascara brush. This is going to be the free gift with purchase of orders over $60, and then it will also be staple in the line, so you could also purchase this. I actually have fallen in love with this, and I have done a demo. I'm going to put either that video before this or after this of me demoing all these mascara formulas with the mascara brush, and right now I am wearing the Lash Velvet formula. This is the volumizing formula, and I feel like, especially in person, I hope it's translating on camera, that it looks very false lash effect. I love it. And then the other two are a little bit different, but I'll go over all of this stuff. And I'm also going to, because I did a quick, well, not a quick, it was actually like an hour-long video that I did recently going over the collection when I first got it. And I have everything in my palette. This is the Après-ski collection palette. This is the 40. So I put my entire face in here, and even like this is all the Après-ski collection on this side. This is Marrakesh, which is also in the line. I did not get Raspberry yet from the Après-ski collection, but I just got these three because I wanted to experiment with my demi technique, which I did. And I've been doing that like the last few days. And I'm going to throw some of these on right now. And then I have like my demi, my balm, my highlights, everything, all of my creams on the first tier. Look at all of the room I have. And then on the bottom, I have some eyeshadows, and of course I have way more room to grow there. So I'm really liking using this 40 palette for my everyday palette. So that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 40 of these larger tins, and yeah, this is the professional size. I have this thing where I love the logos to show, and you could fill this whole thing, of course, but these are the things that I use mostly right now that I have in heavy rotation, and I just like having like either the Seint logo, but this is the Après-ski for this collection. And then on the bottom, it's the mountain. It's so cute. And it's got the Seint logo on here too. So it just makes me happy. And of course, I love the color. You could kind of tell that it matches my room. I mean, you can't, it looks a lot more close in person, but you know, still same concept. It's kind of like a periwinkle. So cute. All right, let's see. Let me do, because I already have my mascara on, and I did a little bit. This is actually, I smoked out the mascara because I tend to make a mess on my eyelids when I am doing the mascara, and it kind of drives me nuts, but you could use it to your advantage. So I have the tricks, the tips that I like to do that with is going to be in my mascara video. So I am actually going to use a Beauty Society brush and see how, because I also do Beauty Society on my channel. Oh, I always forget to introduce myself. My name is Lisa. I'm an esthetician. My channel is all about helping you with your skincare and makeup. And I primarily work with two lines, Beauty Society and Seint makeup. Seint is now an affiliate program, no longer an MLM. I was always concentrating more on the sales side anyway. So nothing has changed for me. Nothing has changed for customers in terms of purchasing. All of my information is down below in my link tree. So you could find all of my contact information. You could even text me because I have a text service number, and it's just easier for conversation, you know, back and forth. But you could email me if you prefer that, and I'll get back to you. And I have a color match form for the Seint makeup on my link tree. Everything is there. My Facebook group is there too. And I post there regularly about skincare and makeup and other things as well. All right. So that's what this is from Beauty Society. But I really do love this brush for blush application and even bronzer. As a matter of fact, I'm going to need some bronzer because I just noticed, I hope I don't look like I have like a floating head on top of a neck that doesn't belong to me. All right. So let me see if I do. Okay, so what I do with my demi technique, this purple right here, this one is called Ultraviolet. Look at how shockingly, you know, purple it looks. But when you spread it out on the cheeks, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a tapping. This is also for cream. And I just feel like it diffuses it more. Like this brush is just really helpful for that. The Seint brushes, of course, do the same thing. And you could use the blush and bronzer brush, which is on the other side of the room. But you can see my other videos. I definitely have other videos where I am showing, you know, featuring the different brushes, and I use them. See? It's not crazy purple, but look, it gave me a little bit of a flush. And because it's purple, in terms of color theory, it counteracts any yellow or sallowness in your skin. So this looks cray-cray. When you look at it here, it looks like totally 80s, like how, you know, those lilac lipsticks of the 80s. But when you put it on the cheeks, and especially if you do it very soft and diffuse like this, look how pretty that is. There. Adorable. Adorable. Okay, so then on the other side, just in case, because I tend to go a little bit crazy. Sometimes I'll go here too. So even though it has purple, it kind of translates more of a berry tone on the skin. And now this one is deeper. This might be more for deeper skin tones even, to like combat the sallowness. Let's see what happens if I do this, because this is pretty pigmented. It's way more purple. I'm like kind of going as light-handed as possible. Okay, so not too crazy, but you see how it gave a little bit more of a flush. So I'm really liking the Après-ski, these cool toned blushes, lip and cheeks rather, because you could also put these on your lips. You could mix and match, and if you feel that you have a lip that is too warm, you could tone it down, or not tone it down, cool it down with anything that's super cool like these. So it's nice to have these in your arsenal in your collection. You know what I mean? All right. So right now what I have on, because there's also lip oils. Again, I have a super long video on that I just recently put up because I got so excited when I got them, and I probably got too in the weeds going through every single little thing. But I did feature all of the products in the collection. These are also going to be available for customers January 30th. And these are the lip oils, and they're sheer. But these are fashioned after Pearl Illuminator and Glow Illuminator from the Seint line. This one is Marshmallow. I have on this one, which is Cocoa. Marshmallow is clear. I put it on in my intro video to all this stuff, and you could see the iridescence in it, but both of them are a sheer formula. Now, I also, what I did was, let me see if I have it here. I hope I brought it with me. Yes, I did. My friend Amanda has, she also is a Seint artist, and I'm sure, like, if you're following me, you're probably following her. And she's been using this. I got this a little while ago, and we've been talking about it like, oh my God, when did we get these? Like last year? It's been a little while that we've been using these. This is the Peel Off Lip Stain. I use it a little bit differently. I don't only line my lips with it. I kind of wash it over the rest of my lips so I don't have like a harsh line, but the stain remains. I'll probably do a video on that too. Let me know what you think if you want a tutorial the way I do it for keeping this lip stain on all day, and then whatever you put on top, if it fades, you still get the color. This one is, these are on Amazon, and it is called Sacheu. I guess it's Korean. I think it's a Korean brand. S-A-C-H-E-U. I don't know if you'll be able to see that there. Yeah, there it is. And this is lip liner Stay-N. Stayin', I guess. Anyway, so you put this on, let it dry, and then you peel it off. It's kind of fun. It's really fun to use, actually. But you got to make sure that you exfoliate your lips first so you don't have any dry patches, because it'll cling and it'll be too concentrated. It won't look even. So as long as you have exfoliated lips, and then I just put this on, and this is Cocoa. So it's got a little bit of a shimmer, but it's so, so pretty. And it smells like cocoa, but not crazy. It's not like crazy scented, and it doesn't smell fake like Cocoa Puffs. Like it smells like cocoa, like when you have cocoa, but not overpowering at all, which is great. And I think a lot of people have said they appreciate that because they're not crazy about super crazy, you know, scented things. I don't really mind them. I like it. All right. So now that I did that, let's see what happens if I go into this super purple. Oh my God, what is this one called? This one's Ultraviolet. This one's Purple Rain Prince. Purple Rain. How could I forget that? All right. So let's see. Look at that. That's purple. So if I mix it, it'll probably give me more of a mauve. There. See? Not even like more of a mauve. Almost looks like a Merlot. So pretty. So that's what you could do with these. Mix and match. It's like an artist palette. So simple. And those colors, although they look so nuts in the pan, they could be very utilitarian for your palette. And you could definitely use these. This is Huckleberry. I wore this in, I'm going to throw it on top too. Why not? In my long video introducing all of these things that I uploaded the other day. So here is, again, my brush, and let me go into Huckleberry. Huckleberry, I'm actually going to swatch these two because I had a comment wondering if I could blend them out a little bit more. It just occurred to me. Thank you for your comments. I have to go back and answer you guys because I saw that I received some comments. Oh man, I hope I'm not getting like too crazy because I start to throw everything on and then it could look a little bit nuts if I'm putting too much blush on, but they're just so pretty. Okay, there's that. And then when I get to nuts, this is the 3D brush from Seint. This is the older style, not the older style, but the older like brush bristles. The style is still the same in the 3D brushes, but they're white now, you know, so it just looks like they're all uniform and they just all look really pretty. So this was where I had my foundation. So I'm just kind of going over to make sure I didn't get like too nuts, and I hope I don't look like a grape right now that I put too much on. All right. So that's it. Look how, oh, so pretty. I love, love, love it. And I'm somebody that necessarily doesn't think I look good in cool tones. I'm more neutral. I love neutrals, but you could play with these, like I said, and mix them all up. But I put these straight on. This one, and a tiny bit of that one on top. And this is what I got. So cute. All right. So let's see. I am going to do Huckleberry first because I just saw somebody left a message about shearing them out a little bit because I did swatches in my other video. So that is Huckleberry. And then shearing them out, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. So you see, you get a very like soft wash of color, but you could see the mulberry in it, which I love. This is totally my jam. This is 90s color, which I am going to wear for the rest of my life. I'm going to be like 90 years old, and that's going to be my thing, the 90s. All right. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm sure you've noticed, like when we were kids and we would have older teachers, and at the time, like I was a child in the 80s growing up. I was born in the 70s, 75. So by the time, you know, like I really remember being in grade school in the 80s, and the teachers then, if they were like in their 20s or 30s, they had their style from, you know, the 60s, the 50s, you know, so they had like, you know, the wash and set hair and, you know, even their clothes that they wore. They were younger, but they still had their style that they had like when they were in their 20s. So for them, it ended up being the 60s, and they just like kept it. That's going to be me with the 90s. I'm going to be like 95 years old, and I'm still going to be like 90s. I don't care. All right, because I love it. So here's Ultraviolet. Now this one, you want to talk about 80s. Do you guys remember the people on here that are my age? This color used to be very popular, lipstick, like straight on. They would just like put it on like this. Didn't matter what your skin tone was. Didn't matter what your hair color was. Everybody was wearing this because it was the trend. But that it literally is the same tone. But this is how it is sheared out. And you see how it's such a soft, but you could build it up even more if you wanted to. And again, that's the base on my cheeks right now. And it doesn't look too crazy. I like it. There. So don't, whoa. Got it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing happened. All right. So see, even though like it's protected in your palettes, even my eyeshadow's got a little jostled around, but everything's okay. Thankfully. All right. Now let's see. Let's go to Purple Rain. So that's the one that's like the shocking purple. Let me do it on another finger. Purple Rain. There it is. It looks very moody. Also 90s. Urban Decay. Remember Urban Decay when they started coming out with the nail polish that was like, what would they would call it like Decay. They would call it, oh my God. They had all of these like morbid names to them. And that was like their thing, their theme. And it was all colors like this. There. Okay, very purple. There's something about this that makes me think of goth. So I'm trying to shear it out as much as possible so you could kind of see. See how like this has a little more purple tone and this one has a little more pink in it. So Ultraviolet, Purple Rain, Huckleberry. I love them. I didn't think I was going to love them this much. I thought I was going to use it more for my demi technique, which I will also use. And I'm going to do a separate video. I did it in my video that I just did. I very briefly, like I did it like really quickly. And also I wasn't crazy about the lighting in it. I am kind of struggling with the lighting. I think this is good. Let me know what you think. I'm like moving around all over my room, like trying to figure out what is the best lighting, because I want the natural light, but I also don't want it to be too much natural, because I get a lot of light in here. I was too close to the window last time and it was sunny, so I feel like it made me kind of yellowy. And now I'm further back, still facing the window, so I get the natural light, and I also have skylights in here. I don't think I'm that yellow today, so let me know what you guys think, because I think I like this much better. Anyway, the point is the demi. So the demi technique that I do, where I do the wash of color on the skin with no foundation, because that's what demi technique is. Again, if you're new to my channel, check out my other videos and you'll see I have actually more recent ones that I did a demi technique and explain to you like what it is. I'm going to do another one updated with these Après-ski, the Après-ski collection. So my skin tends to go a little, or it could go kind of sallow, like yellow undertones, but my skin is neutral. I do also have pink undertones as well. But the sallowness sometimes I could definitely see happen, and it's very common for people to have that in their skin. So the purple is the opposite on the color wheel for yellow. So it brightens the skin. Now, of course, you don't want to get like too crazy, but the demi technique is to put it on sheerly. And that is with the shape brush. And this is the one that I always recommend. This is the older style shape brush in the silver finish. If you get a color match, you want to do the demi technique, I am going to tell you to definitely look for the silver finish. There's a gold finish. I've been playing around with that. It seems to be a little bit of a different style though now. So it's the silver finish that is the original from the demi line, and it puts the, you know, the makeup on like wispy, which is what you want, because you want the color correction to be where you don't necessarily see the color, but it's combating whatever you're trying to color correct. There's an orange that I do this with too to warm up the skin. I've been doing it with Ducky because they phased out a lot of the demi colors that it was for sculpting. So I've been trying to figure out what the best way to do it with 3D, even though it's a different finish. Okay, now, again, I was talking about the floating neck thing. Let's go in. I'm going to use my Beauty Society brush again. And this is my bronzer. This is Bella Bronzer. And usually what I like to do here, oh my God, am I going to be able to see? Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but the blush and bronzer brush does this too. You know, where it's like real fluffy. You see the difference? Where I'm just warming up my décolleté, my décolletage, so everything looks uniform. There, I think that looks better. It does in the mirror, and I hope it's translating on camera and it doesn't look strange. But you saw how I had more of my cool tones coming out, especially in relation to my skin on my face. Okay, I think that looks way better. All right, and what I had on, what I have on my base is Beauty Society Sheer Joy, it's called. It's a tinted moisturizer and has skincare in it. Hyaluronic acid. It's got peptides, so it plumps the skin. So I just put it on. It's just a tinted moisturizer. And then I did the blush here, the lip and cheeks. So yeah, that's it. That's the Après-ski collection. Let me see if there's anything. Oh my God, I have to talk about the mascaras. All right, so like I said, my mascara video is going to be a voiceover because I did all three formulas and I did a demo with each one. Now, let me just explain them here too. So this one, there's three different formulas. This is called Lash Silk. And Lash Silk is supposed to be the lightest of all of the mascara formulas. And this is, it's not waterproof. It's just, you know, like regular. But I feel like this, I call it like a lash tint. You know, that's kind of what it's giving me. I did use it in my demo with the mascara brush. I love this thing. This thing is fantastic. So, and I show you exactly like how I use it, not only on my lower lashes, although it works amazing for lower lashes, the top lashes as well, to thicken even more. So I feel like that's also what gives you like the false lash effect. Obviously, you got to be careful, practice with it, because you could go clumpy. You don't want to go clumpy, you know, so you'll see in my you know, my voiceover, like I'll talk about that. Anyway, so this I really like because of this comb, and it looks like they're really long and spiky. At some point, what I'm going to do next time is one of the other formulas is called Lash Velvet, which is the volumizing formula. I wonder, because this goes on the lashes very light. Some people want that though. Some days I want that, especially for work. I don't want to be all, you know, I just want to be very, very, very understated. That's what this is going to be, Lash Silk. And I wonder if I could use this as a comb, like when I'm using the Lash Velvet formula, you know, and it won't compromise, hopefully, what's in here. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try it. But the next formula that I'm going to talk about is the Lash Velvet. This one's my favorite. This is the volumizing one. It's got the beautiful like Seint logo, like embossing. It's raised. And this one is the hourglass shape. And this is for volumizing to get all of, you know, like not only the middle, but also to lift the front and the back end of your lashes. And this, I have to say though, because I kept like putting it in and out as I was, you know, you'll see it in my demo video, like, you know, to coat the lashes, and I was doing like, you know, the double coats. There's something about the, what do you call this thing? The inside, not the smear, the tube squeezer, you know, like the wand, you know, that's supposed to swipe the wand when you come out. If you keep going in and out, I gotta say, it was getting very messy. I don't know about like the inside. I don't know if they need a tighter one in here, something. So just be mindful of that. What I had to do, because I ended up with a lot of mascara here, it's kind of a drag. I just took like a little tissue and wiped it off, or else it would have been like, you know, so full disclosure, like I gotta tell you, that's something I don't like. In terms of the formula and how it goes on, it's nice, you know, and I've used high-end mascaras. I love CoverGirl for drugstore. They got great mascaras and they're cruelty-free. Very important to me. So yeah, so I've tried all different types of mascara, like Stila, the Benefit, like all that stuff. I feel like this is a really good formula, and I have worn this all day. I haven't noticed any flaking or smudging. Again, this is not waterproof, and you take this off just like with eye makeup remover. I like to use micellar water, the Garnier one, which is also cruelty-free, by the way. Micellar, it's the waterproof one, the Garnier waterproof remover. Micellar water, it removes it very, very easily, and you get a bang for your buck because the bottle is huge. But the Lash Velvet is the volumizing one. Then there is Lash Leather. Here. This is a tubing mascara, and in my demo, you'll see, like, of course, I put this on, and then I even show you how to remove it, because some people are like, how do you take it off? There's a couple of different ways you could do it. It's really water and the mechanical movement of removing it from your lashes, because this is not, it doesn't really sit on your lashes. It forms a tube, like a sheath around your lashes. And the idea is that this actually is, it doesn't flake or smudge. It stays put. So, and it does, you know, so I didn't have any issues because I wore this. Each day I wore a different formula to see like how it works. And I didn't have any smudging or flaking with this either. And in my demo, I'll show you, I just did it with cotton, wet cotton, just with water. And it really, you'll see, it's more the mechanical, you know, like to remove it. And it comes off so easy and so clean. So the other ones I didn't do that with because I literally just use eye makeup remover to remove it, the micellar water. But this one, since people always have questions about like how, like, what's the difference? Like what do you have to do? Really, it's water. When I'm washing my face at night and I'm wearing this, I don't necessarily do, water and cotton. When I'm removing my skin, because I do a double cleanse every night, and I'll use a cleansing balm. And then when I activate it with water, then I start to work on my lashes, because it's really the water and the mechanical movement of your fingers going, like rolling the tubes off your lashes. And then you'll see them. They kind of look like spider legs, and that's it. And then it comes all off. Now, the mascara brush I also did with the tubing, and it seemed to work okay. The one that it didn't pick up a lot on, and you'll see in my demo, was a Lash Silk, because it's a different formula. I feel like it's a thinner formula. It's not as coating. The Lash Velvet is thick. Like you could feel it and you could see it. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why once you take it out, put it back in, put this out, put it back in, you're not pumping it, but even... I don't like it. I don't like that part about it. But it's something that you could get around as long as you're not doing it too much. I was doing it for the video, so obviously, like, I ended up getting quite a bit of excess, and I just took a tissue and wiped it off. I mean, it took some of the product away, but it wasn't crazy. Okay, so just so you know that. But I do like the formula a lot, so I'm very happy that they came out with this mascara. Now, this mascara brush, like I said, is going to be free with your $60 purchase. And then moving forward, it's also going to be on sale too. Like if you wanted like another, you could buy one if you wanted one. But, you know, just going forward, this is going to be on sale as well. Now, what I like about this is for the lower lashes, again, you will see in my demo, how easy it is to put it on. And it like just coats it, gives you like that doll lash effect. And then on the top, it lifts the lashes and you could coat even more on it, especially with the volumizing formula. And you could use this with any mascara that you have in your collection. Same concept. Now, this side is, they have it on the site, like, oh, you could do your eyeliner with this. Sure, of course, you could put eyeshadow on with this. This looks exactly like the bullet of our eyeshadow brush, but it's more tapered. I don't know if you can tell, but it's almost got like a point like this. And what I am really liking this for, again, you'll see in my demo, I make a mess when I'm putting on my mascara. I don't know what it is. I like really like wiggle it in my lashes and then it gets on here. Sometimes you could use it to your advantage. I purposely did not wear eyeliner for my demo because I wanted you to see the actual mascara. But inevitably I got, see, that's what this is up here. But what I did is I smoked it out. And what I really like with this Lash Velvet formula dries very quickly and it's very thick. So this actually stayed behind on my lash line. The Lash Velvet and Lash Velvet and Lash Silk, the lighter formulas, wiped away cleanly. And it didn't dry as fast as the Velvet. So just to keep that in mind. So what I do is, if you could see how tapered this is, and it fits right here, and I could remove any excess. And then what I did, because it was still on my skin, I almost made it like a smoky shadow. And then I went here. And it just works amazing for that. That's what I'm going to be using this for. But then, when I was looking at it, I was like, well, you know, because then I watched back before, you know, thank goodness I did, because then I used the Q-tip. Again, you'll see. I also added a little bit of eyeshadow with this, you know, so it's very handy to have this on the other side. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this sale. I hope that that you guys take advantage of it. Let me know if you have any questions. Of course, my returning subscribers, my current customers, if you have any questions, I'm here. And all of my info is in the description box on my link tree. The shopping link is there for Seint. But if you're new to Seint and you want to get started with a color match, that's there too. Okay, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. New subscribers, because I noticed that I had like an influx of new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining our community and joining my channel. I am really happy to have you here. I am always here to answer questions. I answer them in the comments as well. If you want to contact me either through text or email, you are more than welcome to do that. All right. I will see you guys soon.